Our exhibits honor our ancestors, who are descendants from enslaved persons that were brought into the wilderness of North America to build this country. We don't know the names of our ancestors that first arrived in America and whether they were free or enslaved. But we do know that we are finding out those stories every day. We meet new relatives through ancestry searches, and we're putting those pieces together. What we do know is that many of our ancestors journeyed southward into the prairie lands of Mississippi and Alabama in the 1800s. There they formed families and made many other branches on the Black Prairie land. Many of our ancestors worked in the cotton fields and tobacco plantations along the Black Prairie land. Their great-great-grandparents, grandparents had passed away, some before emancipation and others after emancipation. Their children and relatives continued to farm the land. After World War I, manufacturing facilities in the North were beginning to hire a few blacks. These new opportunities ushered in that great migration that represented the largest internal movement of any group in the history of the United States of America. By the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, many of the ancestors in America had left the South, headed to places like Chicago, Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan. Looking into the faces of all the photos of the ancestors that we've known and the ancestors that we may not have known, one thing we are aware of is that we are great people. We've forged bonds together. We've made families together. We've strived and we've thrived. And we have come through many toils and tribulations, but we are still here. Today, many of the ancestors are gone. Brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. But we will never forget their legacy, their life, and what they meant to the families. So we honor the ancestors, and not just our personal family ancestors, but to all the black ancestors who came in the wilderness of North America, who thrived and strived and worked and built their families generation after generation. We are mighty people, up, you mighty nation.